Hello and welcome to the second part of the first episode of the Riddleman podcast. Today, we will embark on a fascinating journey of comparing the Abrahamic religions. In the Abrahamic traditions, the story of Abraham and the idols holds significant importance. Let's explore this concept in Islam, Christianity, and Judaism. In Christianity, the story of Abraham's rejection of idols carries significance in illustrating his unwavering faith and commitment to the one true God. According to the tradition, Abraham's father, Terach, was an idol manufacturer. On one occasion, Terach had to leave, leaving Abraham in charge of the idol shop. During Terach's absence, people would come to purchase idols and Abraham would engage him in thought-provoking conversations. When a customer stated their age, Abraham would question the wisdom of venerating an idol despite their own advanced year. This would lead them to reflect upon the absurdity of idol worship and ultimately leave without making a purchase. One day, a woman arrived at the shop carrying a basket of bread. She instructed Abraham to offer it to the idols. Instead, Abraham took a hammer and shattered all the idols, leaving the largest idol intact. When Terach returned and saw the broken idols, he was shocked and demanded an explanation. Abraham, calm and composed, narrated a fictitious account where idol claimed to eat the bread first and the largest idol eventually destroyed the other in a fit of jealousy. Terach, skeptical of the idols having any consciousness or power, confronted Abraham. In response, Abraham challenged his father's own word, pointing out the inconsistency in worshipping lifeless objects devoid of any real influence. This incident served as a pivotal movement in Abraham's journey, reinforcing his understanding of the futility of idol worship. The story continues when Abraham's encounter with King Namrud, who ordered him to be chained and thrown into a massive pit filled with wood, which was set ablaze. Miraculously, Abraham emerged unharmed from the fire, a testament to God's protection and the strength of his faith. In Christian teachings, the narrative of Abraham's rejection of idols emphasizes the power of faith and recognition of God's sovereignty over false idols. It serves as an example of unwavering devotion and obedience to one true God. In Islamic traditions, the story of Abraham's rejection of idol is highly revered and serves a powerful illustration of the importance of monotheism and submission to the will of Allah. During an annual festival in town, Prophet Ibrahim or Abraham chose not to accompany the people but instead stayed behind. He went to the temple where all idols were kept and systematically destroyed each one, leaving the largest idol untouched but placing the axe on its shoulder. When the king Nimrud and his people returned and discovered their idols destroyed, they became furious and sought to find the perpetrator. The people pointed to Ibrahim, who had been known for preaching against the idol worship. When questioned about the destruction, Ibrahim responded with a thought-provoking answer. He suggested that they ask the largest idol, which remained intact, about the incident, challenging the idol's ability to speak. Ibrahim's intention was not to deny his actions but to provoke the people to reflect on the absurdity of idol worship and the powerlessness of their idols. Enraged by Ibrahim's response, Namrud consulted his people and they unanimously agreed that Ibrahim should be punished by being burned alive in a massive fire. Ibrahim was subsequently imprisoned while preparations were made for the construction of a large fire. As the appointed day arrived, with Namrud, his army and his followers gathered to witness the event. The fire blazed intensely, generating such heat that birds refrained from flying near it. At this moment, Satan, the devil, appeared and proposed the idea of using a crane-like apparatus to hurl Ibrahim into the fire, eliminating the need for the human intervention in the risky task. The crane was constructed and Ibrahim was lifted, ready to be cast into the fire. However, the celestial beings, including the angels in the heaven and the creatures in the sky, became deeply distressed upon witnessing this tragic event. Seeking permissions from Allah, they approached Ibrahim, offering their assistance and protection. Yet Ibrahim declined their help, relying solely on Allah's awareness of his dangerous situation and placing his trust in him. The story of Ibrahim's ordeal exemplifies his unwavering faith and reliance on Allah's guidance and protection. The Holy Quran highlights a crucial dialogue initiated by Abraham, peace be upon him, with his father and his people, questioning their devotion to lifeless statues and images. When he said to his father and his people, What are these images and lifeless statues onto which you pay devotion? The Abraham saying is a clear reasoning for making the act of idol worship futile, because what is seen of the idols is their mere statues and the rest is delusion and conjecture. Having a glance over the history of idolatry, showing that making statues had initially been used as a remembrance of dignitary, which later became gradually as a state of sanctity and turned into the form of worship. Surah Al-Anbiya verse 53 to 54. They said, "We found our fathers worshipping them." He said, "Indeed, you and your father have been in manifest error." Abraham eloquently pointed out the fallacy of idol worship to the idolaters, highlighting that both they and their forefathers had been clearly misguided. However, the idolaters failed to provide a valid response to his logical argument. Instead, they attempted to deflect the proportion by attributing their idolatrous practices to their ancestral traditions. In response to Abraham's reasoning, the idolaters asserted, "We found our fathers worshipping them." They believed that their allegiance to the idols was justified by the fact that their ancestor had practiced idol worship. He conveyed to them, "Indeed, you and your father have been in manifest error." Abraham emphasized that their devotion from the truth was not only limited to their own generation but had been a long-standing error passed down from their forefathers. Now let's see how the Judaism tells this story. Terah, a devoted idol worshipper, entrusted his son Abraham with the responsibility of managing his store while he embarked on a journey. During this time, Abraham engaged in enlightening conversation with customers who came to purchase idols. With a thought-provoking approach, Abraham would inquire about their age and express astonishment at their inclination to bow down before an idol that had been created just a day ago, despite their many years of life experience. These interactions left the individuals feeling ashamed and reconsidering their beliefs. On one occasion, a woman approached Abraham with a dish of fine flour, instructing him to offer it before the idols. In response, Abraham took a staff and broke the idols, placing the staff in the hand of the largest one. Upon his father's return, he questioned Abraham about the shattered idols, seeking an explanation for this act. Abraham, refusing to hide the truth, recounted the incident honestly. He described how the woman had requested the offering and as each idol claimed the right to consume the flour first. The largest idol took the staff and shattered the others. Terah, perplexed by Abraham's account, accused him of trying to deceive him, asserting his awareness of the true nature of idols in a striking response. Abraham challenged his father's inconsistency, highlighting that his own words revealed the fallacy of idol worship. Despite this confrontation, Terah proceeded to bring Abraham before Nimrod, a prominent ruler of the time, to face further judgment. The story of Genesis Rabbah 34 captures Abraham's courageous rejection of idol worship, his ability to engage in insightful dialogue, and his unwavering commitment to truth. It emphasizes the importance of critical thinking, challenging prevailing beliefs and refusing to be swayed by societal norms. So here we are, after comparing all three religions, we have some commonalities and some differences. Where in Christianity, the woman bought a basket of bread, but in Judaism, it was a dish of fine flour. In Islam, there was no such lady who bought bread or dish of fine flour, but it was rather an event on which Abraham stayed behind and shattered the idols. If you found this podcast informative, and if you are curious for more informative content, then consider subscribing. I hope you liked the video and share it with your friends and family. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next video. Till then, keep learning, keep growing. Goodbye.